All right. Well, it's not just the temperature that's changing. The color of the world's oceans are changing. Tropical ocean regions near the equator are turning greener because of climate change. The color change over the past 20 years is most likely due to ocean ecosystems changing, as ocean color is a result of marine life. Greener oceans have more algae, and warmer oceans prevent ocean layers from mixing, and that allows certain algae to dominate. Algae absorb CO2 and they photosynthesize, but algae expansion will have implications on ecosystems as the food chain will be altered in unknown ways. We don't know what's going to happen, folks. We're in uncharted territory. Humans have never been alive at a time like this, not anything like this. So this is going to get interesting fast. But even if the planet doesn't get any warmer than it is now, Greenland's melting ice is going to raise sea levels by 5 to 15 feet. How do we know? Well, a core sample was taken from an ice sheet and provided evidence that 400,000 years ago, during an interglacial period when temperatures were similar to what they are today, Greenland's ice loss raised the sea level by that much. Or another way of saying it, sea levels were about 40 feet higher back then, and 15 of that was from Greenland's ice melt. Now, it happened before. We seem to be running the experiment again, although at a much faster rate this time, and it's going to happen again. How is it faster this time? Well, back during that interglacial period called the Hoxnean, CO2 levels were at pre-industrial levels, around 280 parts per million. 280. Today, we're at 420 parts per million, meaning the ice was naturally melting at 280, but over a longer period of time. In fact, something like 30,000 years or something. Whereas today, we're at 420, and it's happening faster, and we're pumping more CO2 into the atmosphere and water every day. And how fast it's going to rise is still unknown. We don't know the cascading effects, the compounding effects of doing this at this rate. But scientists think that at least by 2100 or even sooner, that the sea levels could rise by 10 inches by something called the zombie ice, which is this ice that's no longer being replenished and is doomed to melt. Like it's, we have the seasons and it is not replenishing that ice. This stuff is just on its way out. Now,
is it called zombie ice because of the zombie worms that live within it, or the?
No, that's a different thing.
Oh, that's a
different thing.
Okay.
We'll get to that, but that's a different thing. That's a different thing. But
Okay.
I honestly think it's just to get people's attention.